Anas. In this video, I'm going to talk about Board of Directors, the powers of the Board of Directors, and the restrictions on the powers of Board of Directors. The Board of Directors are responsible for the overall supervision and management of the company, and they act as representatives of the shareholders. Generally, the Board of Directors meet at regular intervals or as and when necessary in order to discuss the matters pertaining to the functioning of the company. Generally, the powers of the Board of Directors are conferred on them either by the Articles of Association of the company or by the Companies Act. General powers of the Board of Directors refers to the powers which are conferred on the company in order to look after the day-to-day working and management of the company. Now, some of the general powers of the board are determination of the management policy, then appointment, promotion, and termination of the staff. Then further, board also has the powers to allot the shares and also decide on the calls on the various shares. Then the board also has powers to take decisions regarding the transfer and transmission of shares. Now, transfer of shares happens when one shareholder sells his shareholdings to another shareholder, whereas transmission, on the other hand, happens when the holder of the share is deceased or becomes insane. In that case, the shares are transferred to the next legal heir. Then it is called as transmission of shares. So, the distinction between transfer and transmission of shares is that in the case of transfer of shares, the shares are transferred for money. Like supposing Mr. A sells the shares to Mr. B, then it is called as transfer of shares. Whereas on the other hand, if something happens to Mr. A, like if the Mr. A becomes deceased, that is dead, or if Mr. A becomes insane, or in such cases, the shares of Mr. A will be transferred to the legal heirs of Mr. A. That is called as transmission of shares. So decisions and regarding transfer and transmission of shares can be taken by the board of directors. Further, the board of directors also has the power to convene the meetings of the shareholders, decide the date, time, place of holding of the meetings of the shareholders. And the board of directors also is entrusted with the duty of filing of statutory returns and various other statements with the registrar of company. So these are some of the general powers of the board of directors. Now, following are the powers which can be exercised by the board of directors only by passing a resolution at the board meetings. So, firstly, some of the decisions which require the passing of a resolution at the board meeting are making of calls on shares. See, generally, when shares are issued to the shareholders, the entire amount of the shares is not taken up at once. Like supposing if the face value of the share is rupees 100, the shareholders will not be asked to pay the entire 100 rupees at one go. It will be divided into first call, second call, and final call. Maybe the shareholders will be asked to pay 40 rupees in the first call, again 30 rupees in the second call, and again another 30 rupees in the final call. So this decision regarding regarding the making of these calls on shares is to be taken by the board of directors by passing a resolution. Further, in case of certain securities and shares, like if you have redeemable preference shares, in such cases of redeemable preference shares, the shareholders have to be paid back during the lifetime of the company. Or in the case of debentures, also the debenture holders have to be paid back their capital after the expiry of a stipulated period. So in such cases, the decision to authorize the buyback of these securities should be taken by the board of directors by passing a resolution. Further, whenever the board of directors, whenever the company wants to issue debentures, again the consent of the board of directors by passing a resolution needs to be obtained. Again, to borrow monies and to invest funds of the company, passing of a special resolution is mandatory. Now, sometimes the company will also grant loans to its directors or to other important employees working in the company. In such cases, again, the passing of a resolution in the board meetings is mandatory. Now, before the annual general meeting, the financial statements of the company, like the profit and loss account, the balance sheets of the company, they need to be approved by the board of directors for their authenticity. So in such cases, again, a resolution of the board of directors has to be passed. Then in the case of amalgamations and mergers, where two companies are joining together to form a single company, in such cases, again, the resolution of the board of directors is mandatory. Again, if a company wants to diversify its business, expand its business, beyond the national boundaries of a country, again, the resolution of the board of directors is mandatory. Lastly, if one company is taking over another company, in such cases of takeover also, the resolutions of the board of directors is mandatory. However, there are certain restrictions on the powers of the board of directors. Now, these restrictions of the powers of board of directors emphasize that the following activities can be performed by the board of directors only after getting a special resolution passed in the general meeting of the shareholders. Special resolution means at least two-thirds of the majority of the shareholders who are present on a meeting should agree for the decision to be passed. So some of the decisions which require the passing of a special resolution in the general meeting of the shareholders are to sell, dispose of any of the undertakings of the company. Undertaking basically refers to any investment of the company involving more than 20% of its net worth. So in such cases, again, if a company wants to sell or sell off any of its assets which involve more than 20% of its net worth, or which involve a substantial amount, the passing of a special resolution at the meetings of the shareholders is mandatory. Again, if the board of directors wants to invest otherwise, invest otherwise than in trust securities, if the company wants to invest any of its major amount which it has received in the form of compensation after a merger or amalgamation, then in such case, again, such investments require the authorization of the shareholders by passing a special resolution in the general meeting. Now, again, to borrow monies on behalf of the company, the special resolution has to be passed by the shareholders in the general meeting. However, this borrowing monies does not include temporary borrowings. Temporary borrowings refers to borrowings which are of small amounts and which involve repayment within a period of 6 months. Further, again, if the directors have taken any amount from the company and they require extra time in order to make the repayment of the money borrowed by the directors, in such cases, again, the passing of a special resolution at the general meetings of the shareholders is mandatory. So these are some of the powers on which restrictions have been placed. Generally, the board of directors derive their powers either from the Articles of Association of the company or the Companies Act.